Hello, so this is a quick video on the very basics of Outlook. It may be a little bit below you. Feel free to skip along as and when. But essentially in this video I'm going to look at making folders, using the archive button, keeping your inbox clear, use follow-up, quick steps and shortcuts. So making a folder, this is very simple. If you go to the left hand side where you see your account, you can right click on the inbox and create a new folder and then type whatever it is you want to call your new folder. I'm going to delete this straight away because I don't want it. Making folders is super useful. I would suggest that you do it so it helps clear your inbox, so that your inbox can look something like this with no emails in whatsoever. The next thing is using the archive button. So archive button is up here. If I press Control, you'll see where my mouse is, in the top, towards the top left. If you also press the backspace button, so not the delete button, but backspace, this actually archives emails. It doesn't delete them, but it sends them to archive. The good thing about archive is the emails are still there, and it allows you to basically clear your inbox and only have a few emails in your inbox which you are prioritizing and therefore need to answer. Moving on to using follow-up. So the follow-up button, you might see it in the top, it's towards the tags. I also use categories, but I'll go into that at some other point. So the follow-up, really useful, as it will flag emails for specific dates. So I click the follow-up and then I will give it a custom date. So when do I need to do this booklet by? Let's say I need to get this done by Friday, otherwise Alexa's going to be on my case. So we'll follow up, and you can add a reminder. 8 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to add a reminder on the, sorry you can't see that, it went off the screen, on the 26th. Now that's now got a little bell icon to tell you it's got a reminder next to it, and over on the very right hand side, although you can't see it because it's gone off the screen, is a little red flag. If there's a dark red flag, it means it's a follow-up for today. If it's a lighter one, it means it's tomorrow or some other subsequent day. Then down in the bottom left, you will see tasks, and in your to do your tasks you can see all the emails that you flagged. Super useful if you like to-do lists and that's the way you generally operate your life. It's certainly the way I like to get through my emails and know the tasks that I need to get done. Finally, I wanted to show quick steps. Now it appears in a different place on a Mac, so I will show that to you in the session. But quick steps are super useful because they can do multiple actions with a Control-Shift shortcut. So I'll just show you one basic quick step. So I'm going to click the arrow. I'm going to say let's make a new quick step, and I want to move an email to a folder. So this is going to move a specific email when I select it to a folder. So I'm going to move emails to the science department. I'm going to click options, and you can then, come on, play ball. You can then select a shortcut key. So you could select Control-Shift-1, Control-Shift, whichever. Now I've already assigned my shortcuts, so they have specific jobs. So if, like this email for example, I want it to go to my science department folder, which I am actually already in, but anyway, Control-Shift-2 for me will send this email to the science department folder. If I wanted to send this to my homeroom folder, Control-Shift-1 is also going to do that, and it will have moved it to homeroom over here. I now want to move it back, so Control-Shift-2. These shortcuts just make answering emails very, very quick when you want to put specific emails into specific folders. You can do it by filters. I personally don't like using filters because you haven't actually read the email or engaged with the email, if that makes sense. Whereas I know if an email is in my inbox, it means I haven't done anything with it yet. So I haven't read it or I haven't processed that information. And once I have processed it, I will then put it in the relevant folder for me to review or find. I will show you one last thing which will come up in a later session, but that's this button at the top. So this down arrow, you can add any commands which you like to your various setup and change Outlook accordingly. But one of them is send to OneNote. Now send to OneNote is a super useful feature because you can then create a notebook of the specific emails that you want, get them out of your inbox, especially if they contain PDFs or documents which you want to use to complete tasks later on, such as this curriculum overview one. If I've already sent this to my OneNote science department, so I know I've got the curriculum for a later date. Okay, the video is already 6 minutes long, so I'll pause that there. I will show you a few more things in the session. Thank you.